WWE superstar Xavier Woods gave some thoughts and insights as to what he thinks about the WWE 2K22 game coming out in March. We're going to break down his interview with Fightful and a little bit more, so stay tuned. That episode for everybody is right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Assemble. I'm Matt. Great to have you here on the show. Let's talk about Xavier Woods' interview with Fightful, and let's talk a little bit about the microtransactions in the game, and a little bit of Drew McIntyre's comments and thoughts as well. If you guys go on to enjoy this episode all the way through, do Matt a huge favor, hit that little subscribe button as we're moving towards 10,000 subscribers, and thank you to the Assemble community for supporting us. It's the month of December, it's holiday time, so let's have some fun. During his interview with Fightful, Xavier Woods had the following to say regarding 2K22. Quote, "I hope that everything runs smooth and that it's good. My thing is, I obviously have no part in making the game. I'm on the wrestling side of things, but I definitely have a stake in it because I am in it, and that's a wrestling game for the company that I am independent contractor for." Now, Woods is going through a little bit of issues right now surrounding his contract and deal when it comes to the YouTube channel UPUpDownDown. We haven't seen Xavier Woods and new content coming from UPUpDownDown in recent weeks. The report that came out about a week or 2 weeks ago was talking about how Xavier Woods was basically getting nothing for running that channel on YouTube because it is owned by WWE. This gave a lot of uproar, and even people within his circle of like Chugs and Cesaro and everybody else talking about how he should be fairly compensated for all the work that he does on that channel. So we haven't seen anything from UPUpDownDown recently. Xavier Woods has been doing a ton of work with his deal over at G4, which is awesome. And frankly, if Xavier Woods is not going to be on UPUpDownDown anymore in the future, he could start a YouTube channel up tomorrow and everything would be great. But Xavier Woods continues his conversation with Fightful. "I'm pumped because everyone on the 2K team seems very excited about things and things seem promising. I can only keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best when it finally releases. I'm hoping this game brings back that equity with the gamer and fans because I know it was hard to play some of them, to be honest." Woods has always been big with the MyGM mode, Battle of the Brands, things like that. He's always done a ton within there, so I hope that, like, even for him on the content side, that this works out well because the MyGM mode is something that fans really want to enjoy, and hope that there is enough in there to keep us coming back long term. Woods continues to say, "They all have their great aspects, but as far as a fun video game is concerned, sometimes I'm just looking for that, and I feel like the learning curve got a little intense. On this one, they said there's remastered controls and all that stuff, and I feel good about it. So like I said, fingers crossed." I think Woods is totally right here. I think the learning curve started getting too intense. They try to go so far in depth with the simulation aspect of things with the last couple of games. It just got too much, and it became too cumbersome for new players to get into the series to figure out how to actually play the game. A lot of us out here, a lot of you guys that watch the show, we've been playing these games forever, so we know the control scheme even when they tweak a couple of things like they do and they ruin it in 2K20, but even when they do things like that, we figure it out and we move along. But for a lot of players, it's a hard game to get into. By handing somebody new a controller, saying you want to play as the New Day, figure out all of these different control schemes. I really like how they have simplified it in 2K22. I'm really hoping that it actually gets pulled off because it's pulling things and elements from, No Mercy. It's pulling from Here Comes the Pain. It's pulling the control scheme elements that have worked in the past, going with what has worked and not trying to reinvent the wheel. They're trying to simplify it, and I really appreciate that. Drew McIntyre also did an interview with Fightful just about a week or 2 weeks ago where he was talking to them about 2K22, and Drew just said very quickly the following quote, "I can't wait to play because I know they are hard at work and working on it, and it's going to be friggin' awesome when it comes out." Now, I know that WWE superstars are going to promote this game. They're going to go and do all these interviews, and they are going to talk to editors and things like that, and they're going to say about how much they support the game, love the game, and hope for the best. I hope they fix Drew's facial animations. A lot of you in the community have also pointed out that that is probably the one thing from graphically that stood out was Drew's face, and his facial animations are very washed out. It doesn't look quite right. Some angles it looks okay, but others it doesn't. I hope that 2K has enough time to rework some of these, or they can patch some updates. It's going to be really interesting to see how the character models kind of finish and finalize as we get to the game launching. It's the whole card overall. The last piece here, guys, and thank you so much for watching, but the last piece to talk about is the My Factions mode. Being able to do these different, you've mentioned this concern about the microtransactions piece and feeling like it's going to be like Madden or FIFA, an Ultimate Team, and feeling like it's going to go down that avenue. I personally feel it's going to go more akin to the NBA 2K franchise, obviously, because that's 2K. EA is doing its own thing over there with the Madden Ultimate Teams. I think they're going to go down the road of what they've been doing with the NBA franchise, and they're going to allow players to unlock cards, packs, those things, maybe even attires unlockables, custom creation unlockables, all done through weekly or daily challenges with your My Faction, and grow your My Faction out of all of these different superstars. So if you want the New Day, or you want a mixture of legends or whatever, as you continue to unlock, you'll be able to grow it there. I know that a lot of us are concerned about having the pay to win model, having the microtransactions, but at least one of the folks over on the 2K team did try to reassure everybody that it is not going to be that play to win model. They said the following, quote, WWE 2K My Factions is the only mode in WWE 2K22 where purchasable VC comes into play. It's super important to note that VC does not offer any sort of competitive advantage or put players in a pay-to-win situation. The items purchased with virtual currency can also be purchased with My Faction points earned via gameplay. What I'd love to know, though, is how hard it will be, how much of a grind it will be to earn My Faction points in the game. And is it only earned through the My Factions mode, or can I play exhibitions or go through my GM or anything? Is there any other way to be able to get the My Factions points? And as somebody who loves trophies and achievements and everything else too, I'd like to see what that list is going to finally look like and how much is it going to contribute to all the different modes in the game. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think? Are you excited for 2K22? I'm happy to see stars like Xavier Woods speak about the game. And what do you think about My Factions as well, and the other game modes that are in there? If you guys enjoyed this episode, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the actual thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm, gets it out to more and more people to see the show. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.